Hello everyone, it's Timothy2009 and I'm finally back with another Bluebird Thomas the Tank Engine video. And judging by what you've seen here, yes, it's that time of year. It's December 2024 and that means Christmas is right around the corner. Yeah, if you don't know, Christmas is like one of my favorite, if not my favorite holiday of all time. So today, for this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Christmas pack from the Bluebird Thomas line. More specifically, the game Tiny Tank Engines Remastered. Again, I have to give credit to Thomas Adventures because he created the game and he created these models. I mean, well, he made the characters. I was just inspired by him to 3D print the Bluebird Thomas line. So there's going to be like two parts to this video. First, I'm going to be talking about the official Game Pass from the game. And then in the next video, I'm going to be going over the gift hunt engines. Yes, for those of you who don't know, there's a gift hunting like challenge in Tiny Tank Engines. We have to find 20 gifts around the island of Sodor in order to like earn these trains here. That's what we're going to talk about next. But now there's going to be like a few things here. So this might be a little shorter than usual because like I don't really know like much about these characters. Like, I mean, I know who they are. There's Thomas, Edward, Donald, Douglas, and James, but still. Everyone knows who they are if they've seen the show. And also, I'm not going to like have a whole lot to say about these variants, but I'm going to try my best. I hope you'll enjoy the video because I did work hard on these engines. And I know a lot of people love these characters in this Bluebird line. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so, I guess we'll go in order. Moving all the tender engines aside, let's take a look at Thomas. If I can uncouple his coach. Hold on. There we go. So, let's start off with the coach. So, now I gotta say, this is a pretty nice coach. This is the Christmas coach that comes with the Christmas Thomas. Well, I think there's more than one Christmas coach, because you can, like, spawn duplicate rolling stock in the game. But I love this coach simply because it's green with a red stripe, and red and green means it's Christmas. So I love the theme here. I did give it a black roof at first, but then I realized that they have gray roofs, so I went back and fixed that. They have, like, this gunmetal-like type of roller. Yeah, that's what I decided to do here, since... If you know, like, the Bluebird Magnetic line, the set, they changed the color of silver to black for the rollers. Don't know why they did that, but it doesn't really bother me that much. And then, I will say, I really do love this Thomas. It's pretty cute. He's got the nice little Santa hat. He has a snowplow, even though we all know Thomas doesn't like his snowplow. I know some of you might be saying that, well, didn't he get used to a snowplow in, like, the first 5 seasons? I mean, yeah, but... I mean, there's still, like, a lot of good episodes, like It's Only Snow, Jack Frost, you know. I think the only episode I'm not a, like, fan of is Thomas, Emily, and the Snowplow, and I'm sure you can all guess why that is. But yeah, aside from that, I really do love this Thomas. Like, I mean, he has a little bit of a shorter, like you can't really see his funnel because of the hat. Like, if I compare him to, like, this Thomas right here, I also do have a Thomas that has a snowplow without the hat. But, yeah, you can see this one's a little, stumpier than the actual Thomas. They do have the same, like, height, though, but it's just the funnel. Like, this hat just makes him look shorter in comparison. But yeah, I really do love this Thomas. It fits in very well with the Christmas vibes. The hat is pretty cute. I do love the episode Thomas' Christmas Party where they're all wearing this hat. And Thomas has to have a snowplow. But yeah, the coach does couple up, but it's a very tight fit, so I don't know how well he'll do around corners. But I do think this is, like, a nice little Thomas to have for Christmas. again, I know people keep asking me about 3 files, but again, I promise I will download the files on Etsy one day. But hold on. Yeah, but there's also an easier method to, like, have 3 printed models. It has something to do with Microsoft 3 Builder. Like, if you go over here, all you do is just, like, add in a bunch of shapes, make them bigger or smaller, add more shapes, and just, like I said, modify them a bit, and then merge the two together, and then boom, you have a new model. It's that simple. And if you don't know how to use 3 Builder, I'm sure there's someone out there who made a tutorial on YouTube showing you how you use Microsoft 3 Builder. So if you want to have your own 3 models, I suggest, like, you learn how to use 3 Builder and make your own models. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, I know a lot of people aren't that good at model making, but there are some people who have learned. And believe me, I know, it took me a while to, like, get these models accurate. But with a little trial and error, I managed to succeed. Okay, sorry if I got sidetracked. Back to Thomas here. Yeah, in short, I think this is a nice fitting model for Christmas. And it's nice that I'm reviewing this in December. I would have loved to, like, review these last year, but I never got around to it. So now is the perfect time. And I don't really have anything else I'm doing right now. Okay, so that's Thomas. Moving on, we have the Snowflake Edward. Now, I'm going to be, like, clear here. Like, I was going to use, like, references for this Edward, but since Tiny Tank Engines Remastered kept crashing on mobile, how did I make this, you might ask? Well, I actually looked up reference photos of the Thomas Minis version of Edward, which is basically from the Chillin' series, where he had, like, snowflakes on him and stuff, and basically I, like, just painted a bunch of, like, white dots on there to, like, represent snowflakes. And if you're wondering, like, how I got him so, like, all this, like, frost on him, like, I basically took my white paintbrush and, like, dabbed it on a piece of paper and just, like, smeared it all over. Just, like, give him that frosty look. And it only took, like, 1 coat. Like, you can still see a bit of the black, a little bit of the blue here, even on his tender. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I do love this model. I especially love that frosty, like, look he has. Like, looks like he's been out way too long in the snow and he's super cold. But yeah, I know some people might ask, can engines get hypothermia? I don't know if they can. Like, they do have actual... I'm pretty sure their faces are actually, well, I know they're gray faces, but I don't know what they're, like, made of. But yeah, they can, like, apparently, like... But yeah, again, I love the frosty look. I love the snowflakes on him. Like, it always, like, looks like he's been through a blizzard. Like, I have to say, this is one of my favorites so far. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the Christmas Thomas, but I think this one, like, is starting to, like, win me over. Comparing him to, like, the actual Edward, like, dude, imagine if Edward was, like, had to take a good strain in the snow and, yeah, covered in frost, like, that'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, I do love this. As you know, Edward's one of my favorite characters. Even though he doesn't have that much of a personality, I still love him. Alright, moving on with the Scottish twins. Starting off, we have hot, hot, oh, we've got it, hot, hot, yeah, we've got it, hot, hot. If you know that reference, then your comment might get pinned. But yeah, here we have the hot chocolate Donald. And now this is one of my favorites. Like, again, with the Snowflake Edward. But yeah, here we have hot chocolate Donald. I painted him brown like hot chocolate. I painted him white lining. Yeah, because, like, I'm sure there's also a bit of sugar in the hot chocolate. Wait, that could just be marshmallows. Like, I know a lot of people, when they drink hot chocolate, they usually, like, some people like to put marshmallows in their hot chocolate. I don't know, just to, like, make it taste sweeter. I don't know. I never really drank hot chocolate, and I don't know if I might. I also never drank eggnog. Like, what even is that? Like, how is eggnog made? I never really understood that. But yeah. I mean, it's nice, like, if Donald was painted like a brown livery, I think that would be pretty interesting. Comparing him to the blue version of Donald. And yes, I do have black Donald and Douglas, but I prefer their blue liveries because blue is my favorite color. And it would have made more sense and would have, like, tied in with, like, I would have let's see, like, more Railway Series stuff being adapted into the TV series. Like, if the narrow gauge engines were all red, if the twins were actually painted blue like they should have been. I know a lot of people are going to say that that's so they can tell them apart, but I don't buy it. Because they have their names on their sides. They have different unique designs that make them different from other engines. I mean, I know they're the same color, but they're still different. As I've already said like a few times in my videos. But that's besides the point. But we do have Donald. His twin Douglas is painted in another color, which I'll get to later, but yeah, not really much else to add. Like, he's pretty cool. Even though I don't really like, even though I've never tried hot chocolate, I still love this Donald. Yeah, this might be one of my favorites. Okay, moving on, we have the Milk and Cookies Douglas. Yeah. He's painted white, just like milk. And he has brown lining, like the cookies. You know how, like, at Christmas Eve, some people like to give Santa Claus a plate of milk and cookies? Yeah. Okay, I know some people might say something about Santa Claus, but I just want to, like, I don't want to, like, ruin it for most people who still believe in him. Because a lot of autistic people do have that mindset. Okay, like, I'm not trying to, like, do anything negative here. I'm just trying to, like, state a few interesting facts. But look, I mean, if you think differently, I respect that, but again, I'm not trying to be negative. But back to Milk and Cookies Douglas. I mean, he's kind of cute, like, his little, like, basic white colors, his brown lining, and the number 10 is also painted in brown, but I'm gonna be honest, I actually love Hot Chocolate Donald more because of his brown coat of paint. This one's a little bit kind of basic for being a, like, white engine. Like how Stanley and the other engines are. Most engines. Yeah, I think these two really, like, stand out from each other. You can actually tell them apart from each other. And again, I don't know, like, why most people get confused. Because the parents are the ones reading the stories to their kids. So they're looking at the illustrations right here. So they should know full frontal view, like, what these characters look like when you compare them to engines like Edward. I know some people are going to say, like, well, most parents don't really care about the designs. They just care about the colors. They take one look at a blue engine and mistake it for Thomas. But again, I know there's some people out there who have to be smart enough to know who these characters are. I'm not trying to say that anyone's, like, again, I'm not trying to compare people, but yeah, I think most people do know who these characters are, especially when they get older. Like, if some kids, like, look at the TV series and the books, and, like, they read the books, they see Donald and Douglas in their blue liveries, but they look at the TV show and see if they're in black liveries, they're gonna, like, question, like, what the heck is going on? I know I'm probably getting comments saying that they're supposed to be able to tell them apart and stuff, like, from Abel Engine, he's commented, like, before, like, about these things, but if you like Donald and Douglas in their black liveries, that's fine. It's just my opinion. We're allowed to have our own opinions. Okay. So yeah, I do really like Donald and Douglas here, but I prefer Donald more out of this Christmas pack. Alright, now we're down to, like, one more engine. So let's go ahead and talk about the Candy Cane James the Red engine. Now, I actually really do love this one. This is a pretty clever one. Since James already is splendid red, as he always claims. Excuse me. But yeah, I really do like this type of James. Now, if there's one thing I have to complain about, is the face is kind of big. I don't know if I might redo it later, but still. Aside from that, I do love his paint job. It took me like several coats just to get the like white stripes on him. The red paint was easy, all it took was 6 coats. But yeah, I painted him in like this candy apple red, compared to James's scarlet red over here. I love his white stripes, he looks like a candy cane. And I did paint the number 5. Now, I mean, again, not much else to add. Like, he's still the same James we know and love, except he's painted like a candy cane. Not unlike that Busy Bee version of James, or like that pink James. Again, the merchandise may be cool, but I just feel like the episodes are lazily written. Like, the green controller, tickled pink, dirty work. No, not talking about dirty work from, like, season, like, 2 with Devious Diesel. I'm talking about the dirty work from the hit era. Okay, can we just talk about how lazy they can be sometimes? Like, reusing, like, titles from previous episodes, like Fish, Thomas in Trouble, Dirty Work. I'm pretty sure there are other, like, titles they've recycled, but still. Why couldn't they just call them something else? Like, I know in the US dub they call it Thomas and the Colors, but yeah, again, like, I'm pretty sure they're just, like, trying to sell toys at this point. Like, trying to give, like, children some cool, like, type of trains with wacky paint jobs, like Busy Bee James, Pink James, like he's, like, a girl engine, like, and paying him and, like, giving him flags and stuff. Yeah. I mean, there's some merchandise that do kind of make sense, like James Goes Buzz Buzz, like, if they gave him, like, Christmas decorations, like a snowplow, and paint him in his black livery, those actually make sense, because they tie in with the Railway series and the Classic series. But I feel like the hit era just is doing a bunch of, like, wacky, over-the-top stuff, just, like, appeal to the little kids. I mean, if you like the hit era, that's fine. I will admit, there are a couple of good episodes I like here and there, but still, I feel like the whole era is just kind of mediocre in my opinion. Mainly because I don't like the lazy writing in the 3 strikes formula. But yeah, even with all that, I really do love this Christmas pack. It's a nice little, like, nod to Christmas. Especially with, like, the snowplow Thomas with the Santa hat. I do like the Snowflake Edward for the fact that I was able to, like, capture that frosty look. Donald and Douglas do have interesting liveries, and I love how James, like, is still red like a candy cane. And that does kind of make sense since he's a splendid red engine. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this Christmas pack. Which one of these is your favorite? Personally, I gotta say, I love the Snowflake Edward, I love the Hot Chocolate Donald, and especially the Candy Cane James. And stay tuned for, like, the next video where I talk about the gift hunt engines, if you're lucky enough to find all 20 gifts in the game. So that should be an interesting video. And again, credit goes to Tiny Tank Engines. I have to give him credit. Just so, like, yeah. And again, for those of you who do want 3D models of your own, then 3D Builder is the place you want to go to. Microsoft 3D Builder. Because all you have to do is, like, take shapes, modify them a little bit, and combine them together, and boom, you have a new model. And if you actually don't know how to use 3D Builder, again, it's not that hard. All you have to do is, like, use tutorials and stuff. Like, tutorials on YouTube can really help you out a lot. If you want to, like, learn how to do stuff as good as they do. And again, I hope you're looking forward to Christmas. Let me know what you want for Christmas in the comment section below. And do you have any plans to, like, celebrate the holidays? Like, any, like, fun activities you want to do? Let me know in the comments, because I'm always curious. And if you like my content, comment below. Don't forget to, like, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. And hit that notification bell so you won't miss out. That's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Season's greetings, and bye for now.